a game one, huh? I mean, did anybody expect that? I didn't expect that. I don't know if you guys expected that. I mean, that's what my heart wanted. I gotta tell you, that's what my heart wanted. But let's look at the performances here. We're on Stat Muse. Let's go over everything. I mean, what the heck did this guy do yesterday? 15 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. The first player since Larry Bird to reach those numbers in a finals game. Josh Hart shot 1 of 5 yesterday, and yet he was the most impactful player on the court. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. He makes this Knicks team go. And it's so clear and obvious, and this is something that we need to look out for, and we're going to get into this later. The Knicks are such a more physical team than the Spurs. The only threat that they have is Wemby's length, but Wemby can't hang with a Mitch Robb. Wemby can't hang with a cat down low. Yeah, he can go over him, but physically, no. And if you want to target cat rebound props, by all means, go ahead. I definitely am taking that, but I'm going to go over 3 different props that I like. You can probably see them up here, but we'll get into that. Wemby, we'll take a look at what he did. Not a very good performance, and he said it himself. 6 of 21, 2 of 9 from 3, 6 turnovers. 13 free throw attempts, though. Ton of volume. Didn't really convert. Didn't really have a huge impact on the game. And that's why I didn't go the Spurs' way. It was an interesting game. The Knicks came out, hit some shots really quickly, went up, and then they just kind of did nothing for like 10 minutes. I don't know, something like that. And then the Spurs, Harper came in and just lit it up. The kid's electric. Harper's an X factor. He needs to be playing 30-plus minutes a game for sure. But, yeah, and then the Spurs took control, and I kind of felt like, oh, boy, this game's heading for a 20-point blowout or something like that. And then the Knicks just came fighting back, and they kept getting stops. Brunson finally got his feel for things and was playing well, and they just went from there. So let's get into this, guys. I want to break this down. We're going to go over the adjustments that you need to look for. The key storylines, like I said, Brunson, 30 points, 31 shot attempts, and shot 38%. You have 4 turnovers. He dropped 30. I expect his shot attempts and his field goal attempts to go way down. He's averaging like 20 on the year, so that's going to go way down. Other people are going to get more involved, and we'll get into that in our picks. Wemby, like I said, not a good game. They converted 19 points, the Knicks did, off of Wemby's turnovers. Fox is just a non-factor. Like I said, I think Harper needs to play a lot more. He just sparks so much energy. He's aggressive. He's young. He gets to the bucket. He gets rebounds, and they need rebounds. So we're going to look at Hart's props. We're going to look at Harper's props. And, Knicks offensive boards, 15. Second chance points, 23. Spurs bench, 20. New York Knicks bench, 28. And Shamet, who's just been hitting big shot after big shot in these playoffs. 50% from 3, 13 points. I mean, he's a knockdown shooter. So let's get into it, guys. Let's open up Outlier here. Let's get out of this. And let's go first take a look at the man, the myth, the legend here from Game 1, Josh Hart. Here we're going to be targeting his assists. We're going to be targeting over 4.5 assists. And you want to know why? Because he gets the ball in his hands a lot. And he doesn't look to shoot. And I don't know if you guys watched the game, but it's very clear and obvious that he doesn't look to shoot. And it's interesting because in Game 1, they didn't put Wemby on him like I thought they were going to, like they did in the regular season. Because Wemby would just cover him and kind of sag off and just roam so he could help in the paint. They didn't do that. So I was thinking, oh, well, Hart's going to have a lot of open shots, which he still did. But he just doesn't shoot. He's not a bad shooter, but, like, I would rather Brunson or McBride or Shamet or somebody else shooting. So, but yeah, if you take a look here, 8.1 potential assists he's averaging. These support everything, guys. And when you are looking at props, you want to look at 3 things. You want to look at volume, you want to look at quality, and you want to look at conversion. So the volume is here. We're taking him at 4.5. He has 8.1 potential assists. And then you want to look at the quality. Are those of those 8.1 potential assists, how many of them are actual quality shots? And when you think about it, Brunson shot 38% yesterday. Miles McBride shot 28%. And Mikal Bridges took 6 shots. So I expect those numbers to go up. I expect Brunson's field goal attempts to come down from 31. So I think the quality of shots are going to be there. I think the Knicks have a better feel for things. I wouldn't expect the Knicks to win this game, but we'll see what happens. You can see that his potential assists here just keep going up as the playoffs go on. He had 13 rebounds, 13 defensive rebounds yesterday. So he is basically getting the ball and going coast to coast with it. He's not passing it until he gets across the half-court line. And he is facilitating. He's then handing the ball off behind Brunson trailing, or he's getting into the paint, getting a paint touch and kicking it out. He's not looking to shoot. Maybe he'll get downhill occasionally. He tried that on Wemby. Wemby had a ridiculous block on him. But, yeah, I think this is a lock. You just look at the volume he's having and his conversion rate. 9 potentials yesterday, converted on 6. I mean, this game's just 15 potentials. This was a blowout, but converted on 6. So, you know, if the Knicks keep shooting like they do, and you can see effective field goal percentage, Knicks ranked 9th. So Brunson's a 52% shooter on the year. So his 38% is going to go up. Bridges is going to go up. Anunoby shot 50%, which is solid. I mean, I didn't really feel Anunoby's presence a ton like I usually do out there, but that's because Hart was doing everything. Brunson really got it going in the second half. So that's our first leg there, our first target, if you want to say. And then next, we're going to Brunson. Assists. Not under. We're going over 6.5 assists. Let me see if I can change this. I don't know why I couldn't change this. Here it is. Done. So you can see here, it's pretty obvious why we want to take him over 5.5 assists. He's hit this in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of his last 10, he's hit this. And if you look at his potentials, it's interesting because he shot 31 times yesterday. He still had 9 potential assists. He only converted on 2. Nobody else was really doing much, you know, except, you know, Shamet shot. But I just know this is, his field goal attempts are going to come down. They're going to get much more quality looks. I expect Cat to play a bigger role. He's been great, Cat. So I expect him to get more quality looks. I expect the Spurs to make adjustments on how they're covering Brunson and getting the ball and forcing it out of his hands, because I felt like Brunson just, especially once he felt it out and things like that, he was just controlling the ball the whole time in that second half and wasn't really looking to pass at all, funny enough. But he was cooking, so I wouldn't pass either, to be honest. He had it going, but I expect that to change. I mean, the Spurs are definitely going to adjust. So we certainly like that. I know it says he failed to exceed 6.5, but the Spurs, I just don't think they want Brunson to kill them. I think now that they know that, like I said, I'm going to be curious to see if they put Wemby on Hart in Game 2 and make that adjustment so Wemby can really help off on anything in the paint and just force Brunson into tougher, deeper shots, basically shots from 3. Or, in that case, if Brunson does get into the paint, he ain't going over Wemby. He ain't doing anything with Wemby, so he's going to look to kick out. But we'll see if that happens. The volume is certainly there. As I said, you look for volume. You look for conversion. You look for quality. Plenty of volume here. So, and we see that, and I think that trend is going to continue. And like I said, 9 potentials yesterday. I expect this to easily cover. And that brings us to our last prop in Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama. To exceed 1.5 3-pointers. He's hit this in 6 of his last 7. And like I said, he was 6 of 21 yesterday. He shot 9 threes, made 2. The volume was there. He was certainly aggressive. You can't say he wasn't aggressive. He just did not play well. He did not play to how we expect him to play and how he typically does play in terms of all of his numbers. Wasn't shooting a high percentage at all. Had 6 turnovers. Got to the free throw line a lot. Shot 13 free throws. But I expect this number to go up just off of sheer volume. If you look at this, he typically averages almost 6 threes a game. He's shooting 36%. On that volume that he took, you look at this. 9, look at this outlier. 9, 2 made. 5, 3 made. 9, 4 made. So you expect him, if he's taking that, he's making at least 3 to 4 if he's taking nine threes in the game. So I think 1.5 threes, easy cover. He's coming out aggressive tomorrow. I would look to take his first quarter points as well, because I think he is a pissed off Victor Wembanyama, and he wants to attack and bring it to the Knicks. I look for the Spurs to come out hot and just kind of try to put this game away early and just get over to New York.